Hi guys, so we're starting the process of building the structure for our roof system on our house, and we have this compression ring that we built. I have the compression ring fabricated here. It's made out of some 20-inch pipe, and it is supported by some looks like 1.5-inch tube here. It's nothing really critical because all it has to do is support these two rings until we get the trusses up against them. The trusses will go all around and then be held in place by steel bands, and it'll form the center part of the house. But in order to accomplish that, we need to get this thing 14 feet up in the air. Built this jack system here that'll hold that compression ring up in the air until we get all the trusses assembled against it, aligned and fastened in place. And then this will be removed from the middle of the house, leaving it completely open on the center. Got my rough pieces cut out of some 5/16 inch steel, but I need to refine them a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and build my jig here that I'm going to use to put these parts together with, because I'm going to need a circle with that's divided into 3 places, and then have the ability to put some supports and get a tube going this way vertically. So to get everything in alignment, this jig will help me get there. If you watched any of my other videos, you've seen when I make circles, I use this for a compass. I just take a piece of wire and bend it to the radius that I need, and then I'm able to draw circles of any size that I need, and it's easy to adjust these pieces of wire to get the exact radius that you need or want. Now I can use the jig to refine the shape of my parts. I left some extra metal on here in case they needed to be adjusted. I can also use this to refine my diameter here. Okay, I ended up losing some video here or something putting this together, but this is where we're at right now, and I'll show you how it all fit onto the jig. This is the part that the jig was built to assemble. I ended up using a spacer underneath it here. And then I used part of the jack tube. And of course that pinned it all through the bottom hole down here so that I could line up all the parts and get it vertical and square. The central jack is going to be made of two house support jacks. I'm assembling them in a not manufacturer recommended way, so obviously don't copy anything I'm doing unless you have a pretty good idea what you're trying to accomplish. Because I'm using this in a not manufacturer's recommended way, this is intended to go inside of the smaller tubing in the jack system and not this larger tube, so I've cut off a piece of the small tube and I'm going to weld this in here with some rosette welds around the outside. And then I'll actually weld this nut plate here just around the edge so it holds it on to the bottom of the tube permanently, which they don't do in the application of these kinds of house jacks. And then we'll be able to use this screw right here to get fine adjustments in the overall length of this, or height I guess you would say, of this entire jack system. So one of the last things I want to do is to add some clips to our support structure so that we'll keep the compression ring centered and no chances of it slipping off of there. I'm just going to add these little clips on here so that they stick up above the surface right here so that it holds that ring in place temporarily. And now we'll see if it fits. Right now this is probably about as confusing as it can be because this thing doesn't go on this direction. It's actually going to be completely inverted so that it's holding this compression ring up in the air 14 feet off of the ground. Here's our roof jack for construction all completed. And you can see the bottom is adjustable for height, and that it's also adjustable by the regular house jack features with the holes in the inner sliding tube. And then, of course, our compression ring will end up sitting on top of this, and that'll allow us to hold everything up as the roof is being constructed. And once everything is in place on the roof, to hold it together structurally, this part gets removed, and the entire house will be open on the inside. There won't be any column in the middle of it anymore. So it's time to blow some paint on this thing, call it a complete project. You'll see this out in the mountain when we get up there for construction. And I want to thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and as always, lots more to come.